All right, welcome to ProMedia live at 10:55 here for the May WSDA Crop Report live stream. We'll get the market's immediate reaction to the latest numbers. First look at the new crop 25-26 balance sheets. And the goal here today, right now, this time, is to capture the market reaction and give you guys a look at how the market digests the latest numbers. We will have pop that little graphic up, the schedule here, Rick. We'll have the A team. So we had the warm up here live at 9 a.m. We have the live drop here at 10:55, and then at 1:30 here coming up, we will have Kurt Struber breaking down, deep diving with the ATI commercial team. We've got Brian Basting on there with research, and Nate DeRocco at 1:30. They will deep dive into today's reports and the numbers with see what we get here today. So that'll be that. Let's jump in and I'll quote you guys up on the markets. We got a few minutes here before report. So let's pull up the quotes and share that. Let's see if I can click the right button here. Look at this view here. All right, corn. We got a July corn up a half a cent at 4.50 and a quarter. July beans are up 7 cents off the session high here at 10.59. New crop no beans are up 9 and a quarter at 10.39. Chicago wheat's 2 cents firmer, and KC wheat is 3 cents firmer on the July contract, 5.20 and a half. So I'm going to see if I can adjust that here. I want to see the highs and lows for the session, but a lot of green on the screen here out of the gate. See if I can get those highs and lows in there. There we go. Highs and lows. I'll adjust this over here. Get things tweaked before we go. But thanks for joining us. May crop report can be a market mover. We'll get that first look at the new crop balance sheets. It's long-term projections. They're wrong. They'll change multiple times between now and next month and next middle of summer, and then ultimately in January. All these numbers will change going forward, and the demand numbers will continue to change. But it's a snapshot in time of what that balance sheet could look like. How bearish will it be? Let's pull in these report estimates, see if I can flip over to this Bloomberg report estimates here. Trades looking at total production on that corn side of things, average 15.779 on the total production, 180.9 on the yield as the average, with a low of 180 and a high of 181 and a half. We're creeping up on report time, but just kind of a snapshot of these estimates. At the bottom is the ending stocks, and if you're looking at one number that matters, it's that the average ending stocks that incorporates all the production, all the demand changes here. So we're a few seconds away from report dropping here. Let's get these quotes in here. I'm gonna go full screen and I'll pull myself off as we digest. All right, guys, got some numbers here. Beans catching a little bid here, back to session highs. July beans at 1070. Session high here's 1074 and 3/4. New crop corn 446 and 3/4. Session highs 449 and 3/4. Gonna pull in some of these graphics here. We've got We can enhance that. We'll rattle off some of these numbers. You can zoom in on that. Producer Rick will share some of these numbers here. But that ending stocks 1.8 on corn versus an estimate of 2 billion bushels. So really supportive 25-26 ending stocks number out there. Production number actually came in above, but the demand side, as we break things down, probably need to get into the deep dive session to break down some of those numbers. Soybean ending stocks a little lower than average guess too as well, 295 million bushels versus 379. So pretty supportive new crop 25 numbers. On the wheat side, total wheat ending stocks 923 million bushels versus 858 is the average guess. So a little bigger total ending wheat stocks numbers. We'll get some more graphics loaded in here. I'm going to snap back over to your quotes and get an update on your quotes. Wheat market's breaking over a little bit, going back to the red. Beans are up 20 cents, still holding on to that, and corn is hanging in there. Here we'll jump over to another graphic. Got the snapshot of the US ATI balance sheet here. So looking at that, ending stocks is the go-to on each of these graphics, but that 923 on your wheat versus the average guess at 863 near the upper end on when ending stocks on your wheat. So that kind of wheat market selling off down 2 cents right now on KC. Corn ending stocks at 1.8 versus 2 is the guess. Yield in line 181. Production 15.82 versus 15.787. So that production, pretty solid production. I want to see those demand adjustments they make, but we may have to wait on that until later. And on your bean front, we had 52.5 on the yield, ending stocks of 295 versus 362. So research is telling me Brazil corn production is up. Okay. Some significant Brazil corn and soybean production revisions. May get some stuff in here later, but digest those numbers for us if we can. There we go. Pulling these in. Bear with me as we pull some more data in. But Brazil corn production raised up on the 24-25. Bean production bumped up higher as well. Argentina looks like there's some higher revisions on Argentina corn. Okay. See if we can get Rick to pull some of these numbers in. All right, here we go. Whoa, see my eyes through there. Look at that clip job. That's pretty wild. Rick, if you could pull this in on your end, that'd be helpful. I kind of like to look at this. That one. There we go. There. He's got it. The man is all over it. Just a snapshot of the changes they made in the Brazil, Argentina numbers. So you can see that corn production in Brazil up 130 versus 119, revised that up 11 million metric tons. And the soybean production in 24-25 revised up 14.5 million metric tons in South America, Brazil. Argentina production cut 1 million metric tons, and the soybean production raised up a little bit there. So kind of a snapshot. Markets digesting these moves relatively well. Beans are off their highs, but caught a little bid there. Corn's hanging in there. Wheat's definitely grinding lower. Keep in mind, guys, 1:30, we'll be back here with Kurt Struber, Nate Duraco, Brian Basting, and they will do a deep dive into these changes and outlook going forward. Appreciate you guys joining us here today as we see this May WASDE report. It's a market mover as always, but there's a lot of things going on in our world right now between U.S.-China trade talks, between the livestock import ban in Mexico. There's just a lot of pieces of the puzzle. This is some more data to digest and go through. And join us at 1:30 for a deeper dive analysis of this report. I appreciate you guys joining us today right now, and I'm going to get out of here and get back to work. So thank you. Onward and forward we march. We'll see y'all tomorrow live at 9. Thanks.